The RCOH also includes the removal of the no-skid coating system from the hangar bay and the 4.5-acre flight deck. Major components such as the propellers, shafting, arresting gear engines, the island mast and propulsion plant equipment get removed, replaced or reconfigured with advanced technology. The arresting gear engines will be removed, shipped to Lakehurst, Navy facility in Lakehurst, NJ, and refurbished like new. They will be reinstalled into the ship to support another 25 years of service, Miner added. The RCOH process involves placing several coats of special corrosion-preventing paint on the hull so that it glides more smoothly through the ocean and is less likely to get attachments such as barnacles stuck on. The ship's galley areas get refurbished and upgraded with improved comforts for sailors. A lot of areas get stripped down to essentially just the steel structure, and get reconstructed as though they were new, such as the catapults, and high executive explained. Overall, RCOH affords an occasion to execute substantial technological upgrades on the ship, such as refueling the ship's reactors and performing extensive modernization work on more than 2,300 compartments, 600 tanks and hundreds of systems, a Huntington Ingalls statement said. Most aircraft carriers are currently configured with Sea Sparrow interceptor missiles designed to destroy incoming air and surface threats in the Phalanx Close-in Weapon System, or SCWS. SCWS is a rapid-fire gun designed as an area weapon intended to protect ships from surface threats closer to the boat's edge, such as fast attack boats. During the RCOH, ship will receive upgraded weapon systems, to include Rolling Airframe Missile or RAM, Evolved NATO Sea Sparrow Missile System, Close Weapon System or CIWS, Mk-38 25mm automatic gun systems, and anti-torpedo defense systems, Navy statements said. The Navy's anti-torpedo defense system will be worked on as part of the RCOH. The system has been installed on several aircraft carriers, according to Navy officials. The overall SSTD system, which consists of a sensor, processor and small interceptor missile, is a first-of-its-kind hard-kill countermeasure for ships and carriers designed to defeat torpedoes, Navy officials said. The emergence of a specifically engineered torpedo defense system is quite significant for the Navy, as it comes at a time when many weapons developers are contemplating new ship defense technologies and considering various carrier configurations for the future in light of fast emerging threats from long-range anti-ship missiles, torpedoes and hypersonic weapons. An ability to protect large carrier platforms from submarine-launched torpedo attacks adds a substantial element to a carrier's layered defense systems. Other elements of the ship's self-defense system, along with other tactical network and intelligence systems and sensors, will be upgraded as part of the RCOH as well. The RCOH represents 35% of all maintenance and modernization in an aircraft carrier's 50-year service life. After delivery in 2021, the USS George Washington will be one of the most modern and technologically advanced Nimitz-class aircraft carriers in the fleet, high officials said. At the same time, although weapons and onboard power generation for the USS George Washington will be substantially improved through RCOH, a refurbished Nimitz-class carrier will still have much less onboard electrical power compared to the Navy's new Ford-class carriers. Ford-class carriers are engineered with massive amounts of additional power generation technology sufficient to potentially support emerging future weapon systems such as lasers and railguns. The RCOH was recently formalized through a $2.8 billion deal between the Navy and HI. The USS Lincoln was the most recent carrier to go through the RCOH process. The USS Lincoln is already being configured to operate the F-35C. Stealthy F-35C to aircraft carriers. The RCOH for the USS George Washington will focus heavily on a host of technical adjustments designed to help the carrier accommodate the emerging F-35C carrier-launched stealth fighter, once it is ready for operational service. The emergence of a first-of-its-kind F-35C carrier-launched stealth fighter is intended to give the Navy more combat attack flexibility and attack sophisticated enemy air defenses or fortified targets from a sea-based carrier. Such an ability can allow a maneuvering carrier to hold targets at risk from closer proximity if land bases are far from the combat vicinity. The F-35C is a single-seat, multi-role fighter aircraft designed to eventually replace the F/A-18 Legacy Hornet. The Navy's future aircraft carrier-based air wings will consist of a mix of F-35C, F/A-18EF Super Hornets, AH-18G Growlers electronic attack aircraft, E-2D Hawkeye battle management and control aircraft, MH-60RS helicopters and carrier-on-board delivery logistics aircraft such as the Navy Osprey. Prior to eventual future deployment, developmental testing of the aircraft has been focused on advancing what's called carrier integration and carrier qualification, efforts to seamlessly integrate the new aircraft into the carrier platform and carrier air wing, service officials said. Stealth the F-35C carrier aircraft, having a lower radar signature, are expected to deliver advanced attack and air-to-air and intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance platforms, able to perform a wider range of operations without being detected by an enemy. The aircraft is part of a broader Navy strategy to be well equipped in the event that it needs to engage in massive, major power war against a near-peer adversaries such as Russia and China known to have advanced air defenses and air-to-air platforms. The F-35C, the Navy's and Marine Corps carrier-suitable variant, CV, is designed to combine unprecedented at-sea stealth with fighter speed and agility, fuse targeting, cutting-edge avionics, advanced jamming, network-enabled operations and advanced sustainment. Being engineered for a carrier, the F-35C's 51-foot wingspan is larger than the Air Force's F-35A and Marine Corps F-35B short takeoff and landing variants. The fighter is configured to carry 19,000 pounds of fuel and 18,000 pounds of weapons. An empty F-35C weighs approximately 35,000 pounds. It can fire 2 AIM-120 air-to-air missiles and 2 2,000-pound joint direct attack munitions. The F-35C can reach speeds up to Mach 1.6 and travel more than 1,200 nautical miles. In a previously released document described as the Naval Aviation Vision, the F-35C is described as being engineered with reinforced landing gear and durable coatings to allow the F-35C to withstand harsh shipboard conditions while delivering a lethal combination of fighter capabilities to the fleet. The full complement of armaments for the F-35C is designed to maximize its potential mission envelope and allow it to drop laser and GPS-guided precision joint direct attack munitions, use air-to-air weapons in the event that the aircraft needs to dogfight or destroy enemy drones and fire a 25mm gun. Use of a 25mm gun could, among other things, improve the prospect of close air support or surface attacks against enemy ships. During prior testing, the F-35C took off with 1 GBU-31, 2 AIM-120s and 4 GBU-12s along with its 25mm gun mounted in a pod on the aircraft. The F-35C is also able to fire the AIM-9X along with other weapons. In the future it will have an ability to drop a small diameter bomb to a high-tech weapon now in development able to track and destroy moving targets from great distances using a tri-mode seeker. The SDB-2 uses millimeter wave, laser and infrared guidance technology. Both the training and the continued technology development of the F-35C include efforts to refine a precision landing technology called Joint Precision Approach and Landing Systems, or JPALs. JPALS, slated to be operational by 2019, works with the GPS satellite navigation system to provide accurate, reliable and high-integrity guidance for fixed and rotary wing aircraft, Navy statements said. Also, Navy information described JPALS as a system featuring anti-jam protection to ensure mission continuity in hostile environments. JPALS is a differential GPS that will provide an adverse weather precision approach and landing capability, a Navy statement said. Laser scanner helps RCOH. High area developers were able to help save the Navy millions and better prepare for the RCOH by virtue of the use of a high-tech laser scanner method of assessing the ship prior to the upgrades. Efficient upfront work enabled savings of $100 million. We used a laser-scanned picture, which we then overlay and determine which parts need to be ripped out. It is essentially a laser scanner set up at a reference point in space with a rotating digital camera. Unlike the old mechanical way of doing things, the laser can pick data points, take a picture and send it back at once, Miner explained. A few dozen people with laser scanner technology can now perform work previously done by hundreds of people, he added. Prior to a ship's scheduled RCOH, everything on the ship must be accounted for and inventory to be placed in storage or transferred to a floating accommodation facility. We looked at what needs to be repaired, fixed or replaced. This used to be done with hand drawings, but now we use laser scanning, Miner said. One of the larger scale operations ship crew members take part in is the Shipboard Coordinated Offload and Outfitting Plan, or SCOOP. This involves unloading the ship's equipment, furniture and tools not welded, wired or piped into place, Navy statements said. According to a recent Navy report, the SCOOP process for the USS George Washington was completed 25% earlier than scheduled. Everything had to be out of the way, Commander James